it's great for this particular topic because incidentally, a couple of weeks back, a seminal report came out, which is the World Development Report. If either one of you guys are already aware, great. But if you haven't read it, please do refer to it. It's exceptional in the way it has gone about charting what's going to happen into the future. So essentially, the report has tried to capture the changing nature in terms of in the world of work and how job roles are likely to transform in the next 4-5 years. You know, for me, when I was going through the report, one thing was clear. You know, there is, of late, the narrative has been fear of automation. Do you guys agree? Everybody is talking about the fear of automation. I think what is extremely pertinent, and if you refer to the report, is that if one were to look at it from the perspective of the balance which is likely to emerge in the near future, a lot of this fear seems unfounded, right? Yes, there is likely to be change, and much of this change, which digital transformation, which will bring into our workplace, will actually be of the nature whereby the way production happens is going to evolve. Productivity is going to definitely improve. Markets are likely to expand, and we are also likely to witness considerable societal evolution. What does that mean for a worker or any youth out there who's looking for a job? It says that essentially now is the time for us to focus on creating 3 distinct capabilities in anyone who's trying to come into the workforce. The ability to carrying out complex problem solving, teamwork, and adaptability. Yeah, I know. None of us got taught that in school, but that needs to change today. And the report has been absolutely categorical about it, and we are already witnessing that around us. When there is so much fear around redundancies, you are compelled to ask that these are children who have high IQ, they come from exceptional academic background, and hence, why do they seem so hopeless? Why do they seem so clueless? Why is it that there is so much of redundancies? And I think that's why these 3 elements of ability to carrying out complex problem solving, teamwork, and adaptability is going to be key. Let's come down to India. What does the future of jobs look like in India? And it's clear that we need to show up prepared around the 4 primary forces which are going to drive the future. First is globalization. The rising or the level at which exports are rising in this country, the level at which FDI is rising in this country. I mean, the latest numbers here about $61 billion raised in this is expected to be raised in this financial year. Also, the different kinds of exponential technologies which are being adopted worldwide by different countries, which throws up offshoring opportunities for us. Demographic change, the other force, which essentially delves into the rise of the millennials. It delves into the rise of the middle class in India, and of course, the way the basic construct of rural versus urban, how it's changing. The third element, which is essentially around Industrial Revolution 4.0, a much talked about word, right? Again, it's about how different kinds of exponential technologies are going to get utilized across different industries within the country, clearly with the perspective of driving long-term sustainability of business, driving productivity, reducing or cramping and making supply chains far more efficient, the ability to make employees employable faster, and of course, scalability of organization. And the fourth element is ease of doing business. Ease of doing business today in India completely revolves around our ability to expedite formalization, urbanization, financialization, industrialization, and finally human capital. All the other izations that I talked about, we will delve into in our first panel, and hence I'm not going to get into the details of it now. However, let me spend some time on human capital, something which is directly relevant for all of us in Indian Staffing Federation. Around human capital, have we done enough? And specifically, let me come to the point of labor reform. So at the beginning of, the term for this government, many of you are aware, I have been extremely optimistic and positive about what's likely to happen and the kind of labor reform that we should be hopeful and we should be anticipating. I have no qualm sharing with you that at this point of time, as I stand in front of you, I feel disappointed. I feel that while we have made some progress, I do not think we have made enough progress or even considerable progress to kind of achieve the primary goal of creating ample formal jobs in this country. As ISF, having said that, I think we have been persistent in our efforts in dialoguing with the government and public policy makers on various elements which directly or indirectly impact us. One of the things that I feel we've made significant progress around is the Contract Labour Regulation Abolition Act. We have been working with the public policy maker, Ministry of Labour particularly, I think with a lot of deliberations for the last 2-3 years. And I'm happy to share that at least the first draft amendment which has come out is by and large true reflection of all the inputs that we have shared with the government so far. Now, without going into the details of it, what we are trying to do is create an ecosystem of trust where the three parties, which is the contract employee, the employers, and third-party aggregators like staffing organizations, we can coexist without any fear or distrust or anything around exploitation or possible discrimination, where each of the three parties are held accountable to their responsibilities and we are able to function seamlessly. And like Kamal's last parting words, it's a foregone conclusion that temporary staffing is here to stay and it's integral towards business successes today. And hence, rather than having debates around whether it should be contractual staff or permanent staff, I think we should focus our attention around how we can make the contractual staffing engagement far more transparent and scalable, right? So I think we made some progress on the CLRA. We've been debating, and of course that's contextual, having a lot of to and fro conversations with the EPFO's office on some of the changes that have been made. Essentially, all of you must be aware that Aadhaar linkage is mandatory for UN generation, but it doesn't stop at that. It also puts the responsibility of the demographic check or validation of the Aadhaar details, as is available with us, onto us as in the employers, right? I think all of us have experienced what are the practical challenges around it, and I think we've been having to and fro deliberation with the authorities to kind of figure out a practical solution to this problem, which ensures that the remittances that we are collecting from every employee actually get tagged to those employees. You know, it's not just about us getting a compliance certificate of compliance. Finally, our reason for being is ensuring that the interest of each and every employee is protected, right? And even if we as business go home and sleep well saying that, okay, I have a compliance certificate, I've done the remittances, until and unless it reaches the hands of those who actually, whose money it is, our job's not done. And I think members have rallied along, and I have to thank each and every one of you who've come forward to join such a time, many of those deliberations. At this point of time, there is no clarity. At this point of time, we don't know what will be the official position, but we will be at it, is all I can say. We've also done some deliberation with the Ministry of Finance on the unique enterprise number. Well, I don't know how many of you are aware, but for any organization to run a business successfully in India, you need 25 to 26 unique kind of registrations, cutting across various central and state-specific laws. And each of these numbers are procured distinctly, separately. And well, you can all imagine the retail corruption which ensues after that, trying to get those 26 numbers in place. I think we've been saying this the way we have an Aadhaar now for every individual in this country. Why shouldn't every organization in this country also have a unique Aadhaar, which is a unique enterprise number, which actually will bring in a lot more transparency in the entire compliance regime. Finally, the Maternity Benefit Act. I think all of us know that contract staffing is the perfect solution for job market outsiders. Women who are not able to come, or who are in the informal sector, or women who for some reason do not have access to the job market. We all know that. That's not much of a surprise. India tops from the lowest run in terms of women workforce participation. Our women workforce participation today is worse than what it was in the 1970s, so not a great scenario. So essentially, we, temporary staffing companies, are custodians, or actually have a responsibility to ensure the ecosystem is conducive to attract this job market outsiders into the formal workplace through temp assignments. But the Maternity Benefit Act, or the amendments which recently got announced, while it's absolutely beneficial to a mother, and yes, I mean, all of those who have been mother or are mothers in this room would know that it does take about 6 months for a mother to properly take care of the child, and hence no surprises on that. But the surprising element is that we've studied the maternity benefit regimes across the world, and we figured that India is the only country today where the entire burden of the 6 months maternity benefit is on the employer, which means that you have inherently seeded a bias against hiring women. And there are various studies which have been done and are still being done which kind of suggest that that's going to be a problem. Hence we, of course, have written to the authorities, we made representations to ensure that the burden is shared between the government and the employers equally and without any wage limits. At this point of time, there is a suggestion that up to 15,000 rupees, the government is going to pay 7 weeks of maternity benefit. We feel you should not have a wage limit. You should have equal sharing of it. And we also encourage, at some level, a certain element of paternity leave to come in to balance it out even more, right? So I think these are some of the initiatives that we have been deliberating and working very closely with the government. I believe that these initiatives don't just impact staffing organizations, but many employers in the country. We are as much custodians of the employees in the country as we are employees of this country, and hence these are existential for us. Also, I'd like to share with you, had the privilege of representing employers of India to the recent ILO convention which happened in Geneva, where the official definition for ethical recruitment fees was adopted. And honestly, personally for me, it was a huge learning experience. First and foremost, to be part of a convention where official adoption happens in itself is remarkable. Essentially, government representative, employer representative, and trade union representatives and employer representatives from different countries are invited directly by ILO to come and be part of the proceedings. This recruitment fee that I'm talking about is about hirings that happen within the national boundaries, where people are typically lured, where people are asked to pay money for a job, or in international borders when hirings happen, when some pretext you take money from candidates in lieu of a job. Now, while we all know it's unethical, it's important. There was no official, some countries have official regulations around it. India particularly do not have any regulation around it. And so that official definition, which everybody agreed, The learning from me from this experience is that social dialoguing is a very effective tool through which tough decisions can be made and with an inclusive approach. There are many contentious issues. So government goes and makes an announcement on a reform, and the very next day the newspapers are filled with rhetorics from different parties, the trade unions and others, about how they do not believe in it, how they don't agree with it. We have to somehow figure out a way by which we need to have institutionalized social dialoguing in this country. We have a bunch of very reasonable minds, whether it's in trade unions, whether it's in workers, whether it's in industry. And I feel a bunch of mature people within a room can conclude and take these tough decisions and agree and move forward. A lot of the progress in the country today are being rendered ineffective because of the lack of social dialogue. And personally for me, it was extremely good. And if there's any way I can contribute towards starting that process, I work towards it, with your support, of course. This is a subject that I probably can go on, but I promised Shiva that I'll try and keep it as crisp as possible. Coming back to the topic of economy, millennials, and technology, we'll try and bring back the focus on what we should be preparing ourselves for the future of jobs and future of skills. Thank you so much. Hope you have a really interesting time. We've changed some of the format. I want to ask hashtag coming up, which essentially means if you have any questions, doubt, anything that you'd like to discuss and you think is relevant for this forum,